In this week's video, we're going to teach you how to build outdoor bonsai stand. All right, so in this week's episode, I had some, actually this is the first week of January. I had some time to really reevaluate my bonsais at the new site, at the new residence. I had all my trees on the ground here. Really not how I wanted or envisioned it. I can't get my growing area done, which is on this side where the playground is, until that playground's done. So what I decided is to build these display stands on the outside. So when you walk out, it formalizes. Actually visiting some of these home gardens now, I've noticed that's something I was missing at the old house. I didn't have the room for it. So this time around, I'm gonna build 2 more in this location. This is full shade on this location. I may not display certain trees. I may, depending on the season. So most likely some suiseki will probably go there, probably 2 nice ones if I can muster to find 2. But in the meanwhile, that's what they look like. And I kind of decided on this motif based on its look on the location. I do have these brown slump blocks over here, so I thought these are 3 12 by 12 by 8 pillar cinder blocks. They're about $5 each. They're the most expensive cinder blocks. There's other ways to do it more cheaply or more cost efficient. I think that's the correct term, but for me, I thought it was the most aesthetic while commercially available. I could have used the 4x4 post, which pressure treated post, which is posted in with a wood block on top that most people use. What I didn't like about that was we got in California. There's a lot of subterranean termites, so that's why I didn't use that. And then at my old house, I just had cinder blocks and then I had a wood plank on top. The wood kind of deteriorates, something for you to think about. In this case, I just got a cap. So this is a 12 by 12. This is a 16 by 16 cap at Lowe's, Home Depot, depending on the color. I wanted a gray to contrast the difference, so it kind of caps it off. It looks like, it was designed to be like that. So that was like $3, $3.50 for the top cap, and then the bottom, each block is like $5. So you're talking about, $20 per pillar as a display to make it, really formalize it. And I did 3 blocks because if you notice, it is already raised. It's a raised bed technically. So, back up, so it's a raised bed. And what the whole point was, so you can walk up and it'll be eye level. So almost like a formal display. Okay, same thing with the Femina forest in the background. It's really eye level. I mean, looking at the pot level, the olive right next to that, and then I got a Kingsville that looks a giant oak, and that's behind that. So I had some just while showing this off to club members to give some feedback, and Lindsay said, "Why is there a turntable underneath?" And I said, "Why would you need a turntable?" Well, as talking to if you watch the other videos, you got to turn your tree 180 degrees. Remember, this is south facing, so it's going to get a lot of sun on this face only. But what happens to the backside? That's going to get weaker as time goes on. So 2 ways you can do it. You can either physically lift and rotate your tree. This tree is actually relatively small. I can probably do that by myself. But something like that, Femina forest, that's going to be kind of hard for me to rotate by myself without asking for assistance through my son or my wife. And that's not a light tree. That's a pretty heavy tree. So So something to think about when you're doing that is to put a turntable underneath. Okay, I haven't decided if I'm going to keep this one or not, but that's one easy way you can to do that. And what I did is underneath. Let me see if I can sneak underneath here. Underneath there is a 12 by 12 tile that's sitting on top of the 12 by 12 by 8 cinder block, and then I have a Lazy Susan. Okay, Lazy Susan, Home Depot, $4 and something. It's a deal. Lowe's were selling this for like, it's called a Lazy Susan at Lowe's, not a turntable apparently, and that's like $10. So Home Depot beat them out almost by like half off. So winner chicken dinner there. But that's sandwich. So I have a tile. You can see that as a tile. There's a gap. There's a turntable, and then the cap on top. I have another person gave me a suggestion was to actually put a bead of silicone on the bottom, so when the water runs off, it does not want to turn into the turntable. It will just drip right off the top. And when I get a chance, I'll get some silicone. I'll do that to the ones that I have, done that way. But without further ado, let me just give you the progress of if you want to do something like this, how to set it in the ground. Well, under $20 per, a little over $20. Yeah, a little over $20 per each display stand. So here's for you guys, man. So hope I'm in frame here, but give you an idea. So this dirt has been compacted already. So this is pretty rocky soil, you can tell from that. I'm going to clear most of it off. I actually scooted most of that rock, loose rock on that around the border. And after that, let me get a cinder block. Let me place it where I want to. Let me get my level, and let's start this process. All right, so place my first block in. I put it away from, technically it could go right here, but what I'm doing to the other side is I'm following the pattern. I have a zigzag pattern for depth. I didn't want everything in a straight line, to just give it some depth of view, especially when you're viewing bonsai in this case, and especially you can view on the back side. This fence eventually will disappear, so you literally can walk from the front and view it, and then walk from the back and view it at the same time. So that's why this is why this block is being pushed back to the spot that I want it. Not very scientific, just make sure it's level. So get a leveling. It's just about 1/8 of an inch off in the front, and about a little over 1/16 of an inch, maybe, if that, on this side. So it's low on the front here and low on what we call on the west side. So if you're really cheap, you can get some dirt and just shove dirt underneath. The problem with that, I learned that lesson from the other house, is it will settle on you, and eventually you'll come back maybe about a year and a half, especially if this is organic. This ground has not been moved, so it won't move very much. It won't settle very much. But if you're on like garden soil, or fresh dirt that you upheave and turn the soil, you're gonna get a lot of settling. So either put some gravel underneath, some fine gravel, or if you're, in my case, Home Depot sand, baby. I got some wash sand. I like the spine grit of it. That's the reason I get it. this is just trial and error until you find a level. With too much sand, I kind of screed it, kind of move it around, get it that level I wanted. Getting there. There you go. Dead center. Let's try this way. Let's try that again. That's pretty much set. A little more sand on the west side. So I bought a 50-pound bag of sand. I think it was like $3. It's gonna last me forever. There we go, dead center. I like to just kind of fill the gaps in. You don't need to do this, it's just me. Make sure that those gaps are sealed. And let's get some more blocks. That's it, stack and go, baby. This one's easy. It's a dry stack. I know. Southern California, we have earthquakes. But you know what? If I really want to concrete it, I can pour concrete down the center. Get a big base in it. You're not going to move, but the weight of it, it's not going to move very much. And I'm a little off. More sand on the bottom. So you're gonna so we'll just rinse and repeat, as we call it in the gaming world, until you get your final product. Remember, each block's gonna be slightly off. I'm feeling that this block is off. It's close enough. Well, next one. All right, so here's one option. You don't care if it doesn't swivel. Put a cap on it. Check for level as best as possible. And it's pretty close. It's not exactly how I want it, but it's close enough to level. You know, it's secure enough. You can then put your tree on top. Call it a day. There you go. Stand done. But if you want to put a turntable in it, I'll show you how to do that also. Move that off. 12 by 12 tile. 43 cents at Home Depot. Doesn't care about the color, make sure it's flat. Lazy Susan. So, something I found out, try to put it in the center as best you can. After that, you can measure it, but I'm too lazy. Put this baby back on top. pretty close to. I should be getting measuring tape out, but just for time purposes. That's it. There we go. Turntable on a pillar. If you have some suggestions or comments, put them in the comments below. I'll probably respond back to, especially on this build. Other than that, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. Great to have you guys on part of my list. And again, if you have some ideas or would like to see other content, put that in the comment and maybe I'll put that up. Again, thanks a lot, everybody. This is Bonsai Baikoen Bonsai Club. Sign off. See you guys.